Hi, so I wanted to share this video. We were blessed to be able to go on a helicopter ride above Brevard County, which is also the Space Coast right here, and this is Cocoa Beach. So I was not planning to record this, and then when I got up there and saw how beautiful it was, I thought it might be a great way to let others have a look at how it is over here. Obviously, I'm not a video photographer or tech savvy or anything, so unfortunately you're just gonna have to, you'll see this every now and then. I'll just keep stopping, and I just took the helicopter noise out of the background, but now we have a crow, so such is life. But so like I said, I was not expecting to film this, so I didn't start in time, but right down here, just a street or two, a couple of buildings, is downtown Cocoa Beach, and that's being revitalized right now. There's a lot of projects going on. It's really neat. They're modernizing stuff. There's a convention center coming to the area. It's really growing. They've got restaurants and bars, family-friendly activities, open air, a lot of neat things coming in. So, and then just south of this is Cocoa Beach, and then Cocoa downtown, and then just south of that you have Satellite Beach, and then Patrick Air Force Base, and Indian Atlantic. And the reason I have this picture started here because then the camera changes. But right up north of here is Cape Canaveral. So right here is Cape Canaveral and the port where the cruise ships go out of. And then right around a little bit farther north is Kennedy Space Center, NASA. All right, so we'll get this started. Here's the Atlantic Ocean. And we have this other body of water is the Banana River. Right here is the hospital, Cape Canaveral Hospital, and the 520 Causeway. The 520 Causeway goes from here across the Banana River to Merritt Island, crosses Merritt Island, and then another body of water, the Indian River, and then mainland of Florida, Cocoa is the first town it comes to. People confuse Cocoa with Cocoa Beach. Completely different. Cocoa Beach is the one out in the ocean, and Cocoa is on mainland. Cocoa is a lot more residential. Well, everything that is gas stations, repair shops, things like that. And again, then you cross 520, you're Merritt Island, and then another body of water, the Banana River, and you're at Cocoa. And then if you're standing here looking out, there's no more United States. This is as far east as it goes. And let's see, we have two main roads. I'll point those out in a second. But as you can see, there's plenty of beach access. So some of them are private, like you can see here. It's coming just from this community. Other ones you park in the parking lot, or there's some that are like little alleys, and you just park there, and then easy access to your surfing and time at the ocean. This is the Diplomat. I just point that out because I have clients under contract in there right now. They do allow short-term rentals with 2-week minimums. Everything along the coast is pretty much a hotel or condos, and some allow short-term rentals, some don't. So again, just all this access to the beach, public and private. The beaches are all open, and actually a little far, kind of where we started the video, is dog-friendly beach, which is rare. And so then we have Ron John's over here. Again, at the 520. So right here is Ocean Boulevard, and right behind that is the A1A. They both run north and south. Ocean Boulevard turns into one-way streets a little farther south, and then merge back into one. The A1A continues north and south until you get up here by the Cape. It heads left. It turns left, and then it's a straight shot west to the airport. It's about 45 minutes to the airport, about just over 2 hours to Tampa, and then about just over an hour to Disney. So if you have people coming to stay, to go on the cruise ships and to visit the parks, this is an awesome location for them. The ocean. So there's Publix, your regular grocery stores, restaurants, dining, and then so you have your condos and hotels here, which are a little bit higher buildings, and then inland a little bit are like duplexes. They're not really, nothing's really over 2 or 3 feet here 2 or 3 stories inland. Most everything is your Florida build. It's out of cinder block and about 8 to 10 foot ceilings, and usually most of them are 1 story. Some are 2, some are 3. But like if you have a 7-unit, it's usually 1 story apartment style, just individual doors all in a row. And people ask if they're, like, what's a bad location? to, you know, to access the water, and really there isn't any. This is the width, this is the entire area. So now we're coming up on the famous Cocoa Beach Pier, which is just up here. And so these buildings along here are Korean condos and rentals. I want to point out these two right here. This is Chateau by the Sea, and this is Cocoa Beach Club. They both are mostly short-term, and there's another one right here too. They're short-term rentals, and which is the majority, if not all of them. I was looking into this one recently, and there's only been about 10 units for sale in the last 20 years, so it is very rare. But there is a couple coming up for sale right now. I don't think they're in the MLS yet, and same with here. So they very low turnover rate because they're amazing. So what's neat about this one, like say you would park right out if you were on the main floor, park right there, walk in your front door, out the back, in here on the beach. Same if you're over here, walk in your front door, out your back door to the pool, and then access to the beach so easily. And this one, Chateau by the Sea, is the only one in the area, if you notice, that has a rooftop. So everybody in the building has access to that. There's an elevator in here, and it's grandfathered in. I don't believe that there'll be any others in the area, so it's amazing to watch. Amazing views of the rockets going off, and then watching the surfers, people watching. So here's the famous Cocoa Beach Pier, and this now is viewing south. And so right now we're over Cape Canaveral, which Cape Canaveral allows short-term rentals with 7-day minimums. Cocoa Beach doesn't have any minimum. It just depends on the rules of the association if you happen to be on a condo. We've got the hotels, condos, residential living. There's RV parks. So it's really a beautiful area with everything to offer. Now, again, we're looking south here. And in a second, I'm just going to take a photo of if you look out the other window north, just as you come around here, it curves, and then you're at the port. So that day there was a couple cruise ships in, and one of SpaceX's rockets had gone off, and they bring the boosters back down. So here is, of course, I Still Love You sitting there. So I love Cocoa Beach and the area. If you have any questions about the Space Coast, Cocoa Beach, Brevard County, please feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help in any way. Thanks.